Hello everyone, welcome to the series. In this series on Scratch, we are going to have 16 sessions. Every week you will receive two sessions, one on Thursday and another on Saturday, sharp at 3 p.m. Be ready for the exclusive sessions by JrDinoCoder, where you will receive the learning that is going to be much better than many of the paid courses in the market. Yes, trust me, the learning is going to be much better than many of the paid courses, many of the highly paid courses in the market. So what are you waiting for? This course is especially applicable for the kids who do not have any experience in coding and who are willing to learn it. These 16 sessions are structured so that you will have a lot of learning about the coding fundamentals along with a lot of hands-on exercises. So yes, we are going to do a lot of hands-on exercises and without compromising on any of the coding concepts. So what are you waiting for? Let's get started. This is the first session, and in this session, I will be explaining you about Scratch. I will be making you familiar. I will be making you comfortable with the environment. How do we log in? So we are going to start from the very beginning, from the zero. Anybody who do not know anything about coding can start with us right away. So what are you waiting for? Without wasting any time, first of all, let's subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends so that each and everybody can get benefited of these amazing sessions. So let's get started. You guys may or may not already have a Scratch account. In any case, if you do not have a Scratch account also, what you are supposed to do? Go to Google and ask help from Google. Scratch. Okay, just type Scratch. When you type Scratch in Google, you will see this. This is the first link that will appear to you, which is scratch.mit.edu. This is the official website of Scratch. It is absolutely free for anybody to learn to code. And let me show you about it, a little bit about it. What is this Scratch platform and who all are associated with it? So as you can see, Scratch is the world's largest coding community for children and a coding language with a simple visual interface that allows young people to create digital stories, games, and animations. Scratch is designed, developed, and moderated by the Scratch Foundation, which is a non-profit organization. Scratch provides a lot of abilities. It promotes computational thinking, problem solving skills. But how? When you stick with JrDinoCoder. The course which we have structured is designed in such a way so that in these 16 sessions, you are going to have amazing experience, amazing learnings with respect to code, and a lot of hands-on exercises also we are going to do. Okay, so this is the official website of Scratch. As on this side, you can see some of the examples, some of the powerful animations or games that have been created, which are displayed here. So don't worry, many of similar animations and games we will also create during these 16 sessions. So are you with me? If yes, quickly subscribe to the channel right now without wasting any time so that we keep on sharing such amazing learning sessions with you guys. Let's join a Scratch. If you already have a Scratch account, you can directly sign in also. But for the users who do not have any account on a Scratch, this is the first step. You click on join a Scratch, and when you click on join a Scratch, you will be prompted, you will be asked for a username and password. This username and password you will have to remember. If needed, make a note of it, copy it somewhere on your notepad, but it is a little confidential also. Make sure that you are not sharing it with each and everybody. But yeah, make sure that you are also saving the credentials, username and password somewhere, because this is the username and password that you will use later on to log into Scratch platform. Username taken, try another one. So if the username is already taken, you will have to be actually a little bit innovative. And as it suggests, the username should not be your real name. You should keep a name that you remember that maybe resembles your personality. So maybe I'm keeping it as Coding Challenger. Let me see if I am getting this username. Yes, I got this username. Okay. Oh my God, username taken. Okay. So you will have to be really, really, really innovative. I don't want to pass time here. So I am going to, let me see if I'm getting this. So finally, I got a name. Okay. You choose the country and move on. You can also pick up your, not you can, you will have to actually pick up here your month and year of birth and some other things. Just give answer to all these and enter a email ID. This email ID is important because in case you lost your user account or password and other details, this is going to be the ID where you will receive all the informations. So this is important. I am just using one account. Okay, and then create your account. Some questions. Okay, and your account will be created. So here you have your account created. Once you have your account created, you will have to just sign in. And this is how after you log in, the scratch screen looks like. Scratch screen looks like something like this, where they have some of the tutorials. If you want to try out, you can try out some of the tutorials from here. And some of the featured projects, etc. You can take a look. But here, what we are interested to create a project in Scratch. So now you have a Scratch account. You have logged in using your Scratch account as well. What is the next step? You need to create a project. So to create a project, click on the Create tab. And when you click on Create, it will land you to a Scratch project or a Scratch lab page. So this is how Scratch lab looks like. So first thing you should always do, you should rename your project. Okay, you can name it anything, but naming a project is very important. This is the cat, which is a sort of mascot of your logo. I must say logo, which is the logo of a Scratch. And by default, this sprite comes. Now, what is a sprite? If you want to know about what is a sprite, there is a video. You can take a look. And but here, just as a summary, I can tell you sprite is basically any character. It could be any character. It could be a background, or it could be, it is basically anything that is involved in your animation story or your game, around which you will plug in or you will basically write the entire story, design the animation or game, etc. So say for example here, if you want a sprite, this is sprite, you can keep it. Otherwise, you click here and you can delete it also. Maybe for here, I do not want this cat sprite, so I deleted it. Now let's move on to how do we add a new sprite. Okay, if you want to add a new sprite, simply click here, choose a sprite. When you click on choose a sprite, it will show you the entire library of sprites available. This is the Scratch library of sprites, and you can pick any of the available sprite from here. So let me pick this chick at this moment. Okay, let me also add one more. So this is how we have added one sprite. If I want to add one more sprite, same steps I will have to follow. So choose a sprite, and then probably because we have chosen a chick, let me get some food for it. I think what a chick would like to eat. I am not sure, but yes, a chick may like to eat bananas. Okay, yes. Let's see if my chick is liking the bananas or not. So this is how you can basically pick multiple sprites from the Scratch sprite library. You can also paint your own sprite. So for this, you will have to click on this paint icon and it will present you to a beautiful paint editor sort of. where you will see the brushes. You can also pick the brush size, etc. You can pick the color, which color you want. So maybe this color you want, whatever color you want, you can pick a color as well. And there is a bucket tool. There are some shapes tool as well. So you can explore this. It is pretty easy. All of you might have been using MS Paint or any other tools which are related to any other tool that you use to draw, draw something. So it is very, very much similar. You can basically do some trial and errors, understand how do we do it. Okay. So you will have to explore it a little bit, which is very easy. I believe all of you will be able to do it yourself. Just explore it, see how does it works. So here we have, this is Sprite. I just wanted to show you, I don't really need it. So I will probably delete this Sprite, but that's okay. Okay, so we know how do we add a existing Sprite. We know how do we create our own Sprite. We can actually upload a Sprite as well. Okay, if you click here on upload a Sprite, you can download any image from internet and use it as a Sprite in your program. So that is also quite possible. We will see it later. But for this session, you just understand how do we upload an existing Sprite and how do we draw our own Sprite. Okay, so that was about the sprites. But whenever we are talking about animation or a story, there has to be a background. This background seems pretty plain, all white background. So how do we pick up a background or a backdrop? You can see this icon. Similarly, the way we were picking a sprite, we can also pick a backdrop. So from here, you can pick a backdrop. Pick any backdrop. So I am picking this backdrop, and you can position your sprites. You can position your sprites by dragging and dropping it. Something like this, okay? And when you select a sprite, you can actually, using this option, you can increase or decrease the size as well. So there are two ways of working on any of the sprite property. One way is programmatically, and another way is you can use these options to modify your sprite properties. So we will see another option also in other videos. You will just have to make sure that you are with us. Okay, so here we have created a chick. We have a chick. We have we have bananas. We have bananas. We have chicks. So this is how we create a sprite, or we choose a sprite and a backdrop. What next? If you see here, you will see a toolbar here. Okay, this toolbox, when you click on motion, has got couple of commands or couple of blocks related to motion. When you click on looks, it has got couple of commands or couple of blocks related to looks. Similarly, sound, event, control. So these are basically the commands that we will be using in our program. So there are a lot of commands ready-made already available. You can also use existing you can also actually import the other commands or other toolbar. We will see how do we do this. So this is the toolbar area. Now let me show you costumes. What is this costume tab? So as of now, you are seeing my sprite selected as bananas. This banana has got only one costume. That is why it is showing me only one costume. Let me pick this chick. Okay, as soon as I pick this chick has got 3 costumes, or we can also say this chick has got 3 frames. Okay, this chick has got 3 frames. Something like this. This is, looking forward. This is with the open mouth, and this is looking downwards. So this chick has got 3 costume or 3 frames. These costumes or frames are very, very useful when we want to animate. So do you know how does animation work? Animation works on the frames as well. Similarly, here also we have multiple frames if we want to animate a sprite. Okay, so this is about costume. So you will have to select the particular sprite to see the costumes available. When I click on chick, I am seeing the 3 costumes for chick. When I click on banana, I am seeing the costumes available for banana. Okay, another, we have the sounds. Here, whenever you actually select a sprite, which is from the Scratch library, some of the sounds are by default imported. But if you want to add sounds, you can click here and you can choose a sound. You can play it and see how does it sound, and if you want, click on it and this particular sound will be imported in your project. Okay, so we have enough spoken about this area, this area where you will be seeing your output, your final output. You have chosen a background, you have chosen two sprites, so the output will be shown or will be presented in this area. Where do we write the code? Are you wondering? I am only talking about images, sprites, and background, but where do we write the code? This is the code area. One thing, very important thing you will have to note for Scratch, especially for Scratch, when you select a sprite, okay, or in Scratch, we do coding for a sprite. We do coding for a sprite. How do you want that particular sprite to behave when some event happens? What is an event? Are you wondering? Don't worry. We will discuss about events also in detail in upcoming sessions. Just stay tuned and keep subscribing and keep sharing the videos with all your friends and family so that they also get benefited. So now, what are events? Do you see this green flag and red button? Green flag is an event, means, when we are starting this program, something should happen when we are starting this program. So what we will have to do, go to events, take this block when green flag is clicked. So tell me, what do we want to do when green flag is clicked? Maybe I want to move this chick 10 steps forward. Okay, so these are some of the commands related to motion, or maybe I want to glide my chick to a random position for 1 second. So let me see what happens when I gave this commands. You can see my chick is gliding to a random position for 1 second. Okay, this doesn't make sense for this, so I think I should reset it back. But this is how you can use the blocks. Or let me, probably I can do this. Now let's take a look at banana. We have banana here, and for banana also I want to give some motion. That motion could be probably a point towards mouse pointer. Let's see what happens when I'm saying when this green flag is clicked, the banana should point towards the mouse pointer. So do you see banana is pointing towards the mouse pointer? When I clicked here, the banana actually points towards the mouse pointer. You can go to control and you can use this forever loop. We will understand about this forever loop in detail, but you can keep exploring. What does it do? So you can probably explore this forever loop and see. When I use this forever loop, my banana is pointing towards the mouse pointer forever. So it's revolving. Wherever my mouse pointer is going, this is also going. Isn't it interesting? So we saw what are sprites, how do we use a sprite in a Scratch environment, how do we use a backdrop, how this Scratch lab actually looks like, what you should explore. And I think this is good enough for you to give you a kickstart. I want all of you to create your account in a Scratch and be ready with some sort of experience. Get into it. Open a new account in a Scratch, create a new project in it, see how you can actually upload or create the sprites, what you can do with the sprite. Get a little bit familiar with this environment, and I will be back on Sunday with absolutely amazing exercise for all of you. See you soon. Bye-bye.